All right, guys. So, in this game, when creating a character, you can customize their gender, their appearance, their skills, and their backstory, all of which affect the game in some way. You can also customize your character's first name, but it will never be spoken in the game. All right, who's feel? Guns hit in the back of my hand.
It's done now.
Damn, my own game got me. That was good. Cool. Who's feeling great?
Feeling pretty good.
Always feeling great.
Good. Excellent. Wowee, Johnny says aliens somehow. That is fascinatingly incorrect. Though this game does have aliens, David and Jesse both have the correct answer. They say Mass Effect. Yes. Massive Effect. Or as they call it in this game, Mass Effect. I believe it's short for the Massachusetts Effect.
I was gonna say, like, is this one of those games where the title gets dropped as like an important sci-fi plot device, or is it never explained?
I am not familiar enough with this to say whether it's fully explained, but they like they use the words in the game, but I can't remember if it's like of great importance. Because like I believe they one of the big things of this game is it's the distant future, and spacefaring civilizations have discovered these relays. It's like that can transport matter across the universe in a matter of seconds or whatever, like instantaneously, and they're called like mass relays. And I don't remember what the Mass Effect is. Yeah, but it's a cool sounding name. And it's a cool fucking sci-fi space game. Jesse, you put some time in on that. Thank you, Johnny. Get it out of your system now.
Space.
Get Tim Curry on
Tim
like
Curry the
Cameo to
remix.
say Mass Effect. Jesse, did you put some time into Mass Effect?
I played a little bit of the first one and about half of the second one,
Okay,
so I'm familiar
Cool.
with it a little bit.
right. I'm guessing I don't need to ask that. I mean, David, I obviously don't need to ask. Johnny, I'm going to take a chance. Did you ever, by chance, pop a little Mass Effect in your system and try that out?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking. It seems like you might have given it a thought at some point.
Unfortunately, the disc would not load into my Genesis, so no, I did not.
Right.
Is this the one that
Couldn't
had,
work it.
Is this the one where you could like make lesbian sex happen or something, and there was like a big deal?
Only
It's a
if you
huge
listen to
deal.
Fox News.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a big deal for anybody playing the game. I mean, I guess that's one of the reasons you play the game is the lesbian sex. But yeah, no, it's otherwise it's just kind of you're it's a female romance game. So yeah,
That's
these things
literally
happen.
all I know about this game.
Yeah, cool. That's all you really need to know. It's a great story.
More
I mean,
like ass effect.
Although
that's-
that ass.
That's
Amen.
better in the second one with Miranda. So
Okay, I'll
I
take
thought
your
that
word
was on
for it.
woodrocket.com.
oh, is there a Mass Effect on Wood Rocket?
Thank you for like having a response to that and not letting the silence just
No.
incriminate me further. I don't know for sure,
We
but I
all-
feel like if
Because their
if
parodies
anyone
are
was
pretty
going to have
silly.
it would be them.
Their
Now
parodies
the
are good.
question is the Wood Rocket parody ass effect or is it mass erect?
Ooh.
I think it depends on if it's going to be a straight porno or a lesbian porno. Because if
Now,
it's
that's
straight,
true.
it's obviously mass erect. If it's lesbian, probably ass effect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now
But,
what about
like,
I mean,
You gotta have Garrus in there.
right, I was gonna say what about the eventual gay Mass Effect
Or
porno?
Rex. Oh man, get those two. What are they called? The Turians? No, the Turians are what Garrus is. What is the big fucking dude? Krogans.
Yeah, the Krogans. I was gonna
Yeah.
say I should know this. I'm familiar with this series.
Some
Yeah, the Krogans.
xenophage all over each other.
Yeah,
I was going to say I'm
well, a
very unfamiliar
massive
with the series,
fist.
so I'm completely lost.
Yeah, no, it's okay, David. It's so it's a sci-fi space game. You're playing as Commander Shepard, who yes, you can customize their first name, and they will never say it in the game. They will refer to you as Commander, they will refer to you as Shepard, they will refer to you as ma'am, sir, whatever. They will never say that first name. It's really funny to me. Like, and the fact that it defaults to John Shepard, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, then done. That was easy. But yeah, and so you're a commander of like the U.S. forces in space, and you are
Not the Space
pursuing
Force.
like a what? No,
Did
not
you
the
say
Space
the
Force.
U.S.
Thank God.
forces? I thought it was the Earth forces, not the U.S. The U.S. isn't Earth. Oh, I see. You're the
I mean,
U.S. Earth, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That as far as I'm concerned, yes, because everybody in this fucking game, you're talking to a bunch of fantastical aliens. They speak perfect English, so I mean, yes, whatever.
well, and it's not
United
just
States
perfect
from
English;
space.
it's perfect English with a Midwest accent.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, and you're pursuing like a rogue guy from Spectre, which is like the space cops. Think Nova Corps. Spectre's like the galactic police force of like various alien types and things working together. Pretty cool. Shepard becomes the
about to say.
first guy into first human allowed into the Spectre Corps, which is pretty cool.
It's like you're
Um,
chasing a rogue from Spectre. It's like, wait, is Mass Effect just the distant version of James Bond?
Yeah, space.
I wish it was.
Space
God.
Bond.
I'd be so into that. It's the sequel to Moonraker. Like, it's like the
1,000
Zelda
years
timeline.
later.
Moonraker split the timeline off, and there's this whole Mass Effect series that's related to James Bond only from Moonraker.
Is Garius descended from Jaws? Like Jaws found some alien hooked up, and like that's where that species came from.
He's more
Fuck
like
yeah.
the Felix Leiter
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because he helps you.
that's true. I guess Jaws could be he could have been related to Saren somehow.
Yeah, there you go.
The bad guy. But yeah, and so you're pursuing a bad guy who Saren, who's trying to rebel against the fucking civilized galaxy and yada yada yada. And there's rumors that he might be trying to uncover an ancient race of like AIs, the Reapers, and it's a pretty cool story. And I think I'm going to get some shit for this one because I'm not terribly familiar with the series. I haven't played it very much. I was planning on getting the Legendary Edition and really diving into Mass Effect at some point this year, and it just didn't pan out that way. But I've always been interested in the series because of the story mostly. how like I think if you're like if you play Mass Effect and then you save your file and play Mass Effect 2, like the decisions you made in 1 carry over to 2.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that's pretty fucking cool. And then eventually everybody was pissed off at 3 because it didn't end well or something. Like apparently they really botched the finish on this. I don't know. Didn't get there. But just knowing what I know about 1, it's a pretty fun story. Like space hopping, shoot 'em up, and a little mystery at the heart of it. Who's good, who's bad. Maybe some people are being, possessed by like a controlling force of some kind. Maybe you eventually get to sleep with your subordinate military people, your cute human girl, your cute alien girl.
Or boy.
Oh yeah, can you? Let's see. Obviously, the playthrough I watched didn't show all romance options.
Yeah.
But so can you? That's the question. Is the men? Can you bed the men?
I think so.
Cool, great,
All right.
and yeah, good. As the women, you
That
can
would
bed
be-
the women, and
I was gonna say that would be kind of messed up if you could have female romances, but not male romances.
would that be all that shocking for 2007 though?
No, but it would still be messed up.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be masked up. They would have to, it would have an effect on people. A massive effect. But yeah, and so the shit that I was going to talk about this is that I would argue that Mass Effect, the story is more important to it than the gameplay. And I know a lot of people like the games, and the second and third ones, they've added a lot of things that people really like. A lot of people say yeah, these are like perfect games because you got the action shooting elements and the fantastic story and all that shit. I don't know if that's present in the first one. I think the first one is kind of a clunky third person shooter game, and I think that it's salvaged by the fact that it's just a pretty great story with some great production values. Like I don't know. I need to actually play it myself. I have memories of watching, my roommate play it, and I'm like, man, this is cool because it's space, and because of all the like I said, production values. The aliens look dope, and you're fighting all kinds of like robots, and eventually you uncover new enemies, the husks or whatever, and there's some cool shit going on. But it's a pretty clunky third-person shooter game. Like it's, yeah. And then when it's not a clunky third-person shooter game, and I don't want to talk too out of turn, but I don't know about you guys. Let's go around the horn. How do you guys feel about dialogue trees? Jesse, what do you think about dialogue trees?
That can be fun.
David, how about you, man?
What?
Like dynamic interactions with things, like when you're talking to somebody and you have like options on one side that are kind of diplomatic and options on the other side that are like a little more assertive or aggressive, and depending on how you answer, it maybe affects the conversation you're having, the gameplay.
See, I'm very confused because when I talk to a non-player character, they say, hold this button to save your game. And that's it.
Okay, you're that kind of guy, Johnny. How do you feel about these dialogue trees, man?
I
You play
fucking
like
hate 'em.
how about that like Telltale series Walking Dead?
I never played that one, but in games like Skyrim and Oblivion, you kind of have a little bit of that in terms of it's not necessarily a tree, but like you have to try to increase your speech.
Your
craft.
speech skills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I just want to mash A and get through the dialogue because I just don't care about the story. Just tell me what I'm supposed to do so I can go do it. Like
Right. I kind of like it in like Fallout when you don't have the right speech skill to like pass a speech check or whatever, and it gives you like a bad dialogue option. It's like, for this thing, it's like you're not gonna continue in this quest, but whatever, it's a diplomatic thing, and it's like, yeah, you don't have the right speech skill, but you say like, yeah, well, fuck you then, and then like starts a fight with them. I'm like, that's cool.
yeah, that's what I always do.
Yeah. But yeah, in this, it's fun because like you got your it's like a 6-directional dialogue wheel, and it's not always 6 options, sometimes just one or the other. But basically, like on your left is like, well, tell me more, and then on your right is, let's fucking get through this, shall we? And then there's in the big scenes, there's like the blue option, which is like, say this. It's the one that the writers intended for you to say. It's like, okay, well, hold on, man. Maybe I do want to tell the Galactic Federation to go fuck itself. Like, You know, if I'm not talking to Keith David's character, every other character is getting, oh, go fuck yourself. I'm Shepard. I do what I want. Like,
I do love the idea of having like a 6-tier like dialogue tree, half of them positive, half of them negative, and like the lowest negative option is just go fuck your mother. Like,
it should
no
be on
matter
there
what
every,
it is. It's
every
just like,
single time.
have you found your way to the mess hall yet? Go fuck your mother.
Damn, Shep. I'm gonna have to do her like that. It's still present even in the,
somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
even in the like the romance options. Like, yeah, that must have been tough. Tell me more. Or go fuck yourself. Okay.
Will do for you, baby.
Yeah. She liked that, Shep. Oh, okay. Oh crap. Yeah, you can neg the women in Mass Effect. Oh no. Who wrote this game? Oh, it was written by the pickup artist.
Oh no!
Oh no! Mystery.
Oh, this game has a
It's the
show on
option.
VH1. Oh no!
It's just the option of go fuck your mother. And then in the background, like poking from a corner, you just see the same alien, but like older with crow's feet. Ah, okay.
Though actually now, I do kind of like the idea of a VH1 reality show, like the Telltale series Flavor of Love. Like just dialogue trees in really bad reality shows. The Telltale series Rock of Love.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Mass Effect, but starring Flava Flav.
See, and that's good too, but also I'm thinking just of let's just take it and apply it to that formula. Like Flavor of Love the game, and it's just Mass Effect, but you're Flavor Flav, and the object of the game is just to bed all the women before you have to kick them off the show because production is hurrying you along.
Hogan Knows Best, the Telltale game.
Oh, I don't want to see those Hulk Hogan dialogue options at all.
No, thank you,
All
brother.
right, Brooke
Half of
Knows
them are
Best,
brother.
the Telltale game.
Yeah. Half the options are brother, the other half are another hard ER word. It's not going to be great. Oh God! But at the same time, Hulk Hogan and Mass Effect, I could see him playing like one of the, what were the name of the big thick aliens, Jesse? Krogans.
Yeah, Krogans.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a Krogan with a bandana and a walrus mustache.
Hell yeah.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
down.
brother.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta find that beacon, brother. The Reapers are real, brother. But yeah, it's I would argue a very good game with a very good story, and in the first one at least, pretty mediocre fucking gameplay. I need to actually play them myself to really make a judgment on that. And I would like to, if I can get that collection for, I don't know, a third or a half off, I think I might pick it up because I need to break my cycle on playing just like fucking endless online fighting games and shit. I need to play something with a little story, and I haven't watched, like a story recap or not recap, but like I watched like the all cutscenes video of this to prepare for the show to refresh my memory. It's like, yeah, I could dig this, like space shit, shooty shit. Beacons that give you special powers, and eventually you get to sleep with cuties. Yeah, I'm into that.
Yes.
All
God.
sounds good. Seth Green and Keith David, you say? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, voice cast, you got me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into these. It's it's not 14 years too late. It's still cool to talk about Mass Effect as we've illustrated tonight. It's great. But yeah. Man, I can't believe we missed the opportunity to say Hulk Krogan. What's wrong with us?
Oh.
Yeah. How do I say what's that race of aliens, the Krogans, and be like, yeah, well, Hulk Hogan could be one of those, and we just didn't say it. Like,
Jeez.
why they
glad that
come
you
to me
brought it back.
several minutes late?
Episode
I'm glad
title.
that you brought it back up because I was trying to figure out a way to work in like a Krogan just ripping off his spacesuit, like the fucking.
He's a real American, those Krogans.
Yeah, Krogan Mania.
Yeah, Krogan Mania is going to run wild on you because that's what the saying was. It was Hogan Mania, Johnny.
Oh,
Hogan Mania frequently ran wild on everyone.
why did I think it was Hulkamania? Oh,
It is
whatever.
Hulkamania.
Oh, okay.
But the pun that you said implied that it was Hogan Mania.
Oh, I'm dumb.
It's okay. It's
I
not
got
your field of
fished today,
expertise.
guys.
Krolkamania coming.
I'm not.
I
on my
appreciate
A
you
game.
trying, Johnny. I really appreciate you trying. Anyway, yeah. Mass Effect cool, story great, gameplay okay. Let's keep it going.
Game 2.
All right, guys. So, this was the last game in the series to come out on the PS2, the first game in the series to not come out on Game Boy Advance, and the Wii version of this game did not include Motion Plus controls, despite being released in the same month as Wii Motion Plus.
Johnny, how long we got here? Is it fading out?
Yep.
Shit. It's okay, I can work it.
What do you guys like? Another hint?
Can you just repeat the trivia from before? I had to refresh because I froze.
Sure. So this was the last game in the series released on the PlayStation 2. The first game of the series not released on the Game Boy Advance. And the Wii version did not feature Motion Plus controls, despite being released in the same month as Motion Plus. And then a little bit more trivia that might help. It features some voice acting from Rupert Grint, Bonnie Wright, Warwick Davis, and Tom Felton.
Yeah, no kidding, Johnny. Why don't you just fucking say the title? What's wrong with you?
Suddenly feeling much better.
Yeah, wow. Games featuring Rupert Grint. What a theme.
All right, let's see. All right, so Jesse drew Big Ol' Dick, and David and John both wrote Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which is correct. This is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, released on pretty much everything at the time. PS2 and PS3.
Except Game Boy Advance.
But not the Game Boy Advance.
Because it was 2009.
Yeah.
I was going to say, mainly because the DS had been out for several years by that point.
Right.
Yeah, but the Order of the Phoenix game was released on Game Boy Advance, and that came out in 2007. They really were just trying to shovel this onto as many consoles as they could. So yeah. This is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and I picked this because, the Harry Potter stories usually pretty good stories, but I kind of realized a little bit too late into the process that this game's story is actually not very good, because it barely touches on the movie at all. Like, it really...
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's fine, but the crux of the theme is that the story is better than the game.
Yeah. And the story of Half-Blood Prince is probably better than this game was.
It's a good story, right? Yeah.
Here's my question. Like, the game barely touches on the story of the movie. Fine. How does it touch on the story of the book?
Yeah.
Probably less so.
You do realize that the Half-Blood Prince was a book before it was a movie, right?
Yes, but this is not a This is not a game based on the book. This is a game based on the movie based on the book.
Was the book on Game Boy Advance?
No, I don't think they released the book on Game Boy Advance. They could, honestly, they really could. You could hit.
We'll have to throw that to our research team. Can you fact check that real quick?
Is Keanu Reeves still here?
So yeah, this game basically has sort of like 4 modes of gameplay. There's running around Hogwarts, there's Quidditch, there's brewing potions, and there's dueling. As you play in the Wii version, you cast spells by actually like waving your Wii controller around like a wand. So that's kind of fun, a little more immersive.
Waggle your wand, Harry.
The Quidditch though looked totally disappointing because the Quidditch is just like an on-rails thing where you fly through rings. So it's basically Superman 64.
Superman.
Hold the Wii remote sideways, Harry.
I'm just gonna come.
Not sure what character I was
like,
doing an impression of.
I was gonna say, Johnny, before you continue on, I'm just gonna say it. John, your Robbie Coltrane imitation is terrible.
Yeah, I realize. Yeah, I guess I am doing a Hagrid, aren't I?
Yeah.
You're shovelware, Harry.
Oh God, yeah, man, yeah. That's my new character. I'm gonna do on the show from time to time. Hagrid's just gonna pop in to comment on these things.
Hagrid with no Scottish accent.
American Hagrid, the new album from Kid Rock.
Oh no!
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah.
You can't tell me how to live, Harry. I'm sorry, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live, Harry.
You're a cuck, Harry.
So, anyway, no, my thing was going to be, Johnny, I think you arguably selected the Harry Potter game based on the shittiest book. Like,
What?
Half-Blood Prince sucks.
I asked Danielle which movie is the best one because I don't really remember which movie's which, to be honest. And she said Half-Blood Prince. I'm like, okay, done.
She said Half-Blood Prince was an answer to what?
Which movie is the best of the movies? Because again, I'm picking a game based on a movie. I'm not picking a game based on a book right now.
Whatever, we're talking about the story. The movie of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is also terrible. Like, it's arguably the second worst of the Harry Potter films.
Wow.
Is that the one with the
Your wife's an idiot, Johnny.
Like writing?
Whoa.
Or no, that's Goblet of Fire. Never mind.
Half-Blood Prince is the one where Harry's really pissed off the entire time, and he finds that his textbook has been vandalized with dangerous spells by someone calling themselves the Half-Blood Prince.
Yes,
And he's got to find out who.
It's the one
Who
where
is the
Snape
Half-Blood
kills.
Prince?
It's the one where Snape kills
Whoa!
Dumbledore.
Hey! Whoa! You got to play a spoiler alert before you just go hollering shit like that. What are you doing, Johnny?
God, do you remember when those books came out and people just go yell that to people waiting at like the midnight release or whatever?
So fucking shitty.
Yeah, that
It was pretty fucked up.
That was really
People
terrible.
enjoy stuff.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but I mean, that's what you get for attending a midnight release or whatever. Fucking any of these things. Yeah, you put yourself in danger of the wrath of assholes everywhere. Yeah. But yeah. So no, the only thing like. Sorry,
I was
David,
just
go
gonna
ahead.
say, like, general consensus, Prisoner of Azkaban is like one of the best ones, right?
I think I fell asleep in that one in the theater.
That's the one with the werewolf, though.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
is that the one with time travel?
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely the one. I saw that in the theater and I fell asleep like 20 minutes in.
Well, that's what you get for going to a midnight showing.
It was also
I mean,
my first
maybe
Harry
these movies
Potter
just
movie.
aren't for you, John. Yeah, no, I mean, like, why would you jump in on the third one? What's wrong with you?
No, that's like the fourth or fifth because they have new.
No, it's the third one.
What? The time travel
Yeah.
one?
Azkaban?
Yeah. No, because they have.
I know. No, I know for a fact it's the third one because I've only read the first book, and the first movie I saw was the third movie. So I was very, very confused. It's Prisoner of Azkaban. It has the werewolf.
I swear to God that the Prisoner of Azkaban has new Dumbledore, and they had old Dumbledore in 3 movies. It has to be the fourth movie. That's just
No,
Prisoner
you're
of
wrong
Azkaban's
about that.
Johnny, if you look this up, you
No,
owe me
don't
money.
look it up. I'll correct. No, don't look it fucking up. Seriously, Richard Harris
wow.
died after the second movie.
the second. I could have sworn it was 3. Oh well.
No.
I'm just not on my A game today. First, I fall for a phishing thing and lose my Discord account, and now I forget.
Yeah,
what movie's
and then you
what.
ask your wife for a fucking Game That Tune suggestion, and what the fuck are you thinking, Johnny? Like, ugh. And then she leads you somehow to choosing Half-Blood Prince under the idea that it's the best of anything. Like, that's madness.
Yeah.
It's easily bottom 2 or 3 Harry Potter movies. Like, it's so gray and drab and shitty. Like, and the only thing that makes it seem cool is the fact that, oh my God, Dumbledore gets killed. Like, oh wow, a big thing that happens that drives the plot in the 6th book out of 7 books. Yeah, of course they set up the fucking finale. Like, oh my God, I can't believe someone's a big what a turn that was.
Well,
something
when you
had
put
to
it like
happen.
that, it seems significantly less impressive.
It is. Seriously, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe the guy that we thought was the bad guy for 6 books is the bad guy and kills the good guy at the end of the 6th book and then sets up the big finale for 7. Oh my God, unbelievable. What a fucking twist. Yeah. Obviously, they set up a much better twist for 7. 7, pretty good bow on the whole package. But no, book-wise, pretty crappy. Movie-wise, very crappy. Game-wise, sounds like pretty crappy.
Hot garbage.
So, I guess out of all the adaptations of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, it seems like the game is the worst of all of them. So, yes, it fits the theme. The game is significantly worse than the story. But was anybody playing this game to get the story? Yeah, it's like I didn't read the books, but I played the Wii game, so I pretty much got it.
I saw one review that was like, if you play this game without reading the book or seeing the movie, you're gonna be pretty confused.
I mean, seriously, that's the problem with so many movie adaptations. It's like it assumes that you've seen the movie and you just want to play something with like familiar characters. It's like, no, tell a story. Like, fucking, if I don't want to go see the movie and I decide to buy this Wii game and all it is Quidditch and potion brewing, I'm in the fucking cold for the 7th movie. Like,
I think
love
today's the day I'm gonna get into Harry Potter, and it's gonna be with a Wii game. That'll get my. I'll finally find out what all these kids are so excited about with this Wii game.
I love that sense of logic. I'm not gonna spend like $12 on a movie, but I will for sure drop $60 on this video game.
right? Yeah, maybe I'm a shut-in.
Yeah,
maybe I fucking I'm a reclusive gamer. I don't know. Like, been hearing word from the outside world that this Harry Potter is a real thrill ride, and so you gotta try it out. And yeah, this movie tie-in game just does nothing.
It costs more and it takes longer. It's everything I could possibly want.
Costs more, takes longer, and is in no way helpful to learning the story of the series. Like, it's really a bad idea all around.
This sounds like the complete package.
Yes. God, Johnny, I kind of want now for you to do like a blind playthrough of every available Harry Potter game and see if you can get the gist of the series. Like, since you clearly haven't read or seen any of the movies.
No, I've seen all the movies. I just really don't remember them.
I humbly
Perfect.
request that Johnny does a playthrough of the Harry Potter games to get the gist of the story, but it's specifically only the Lego Harry Potter games.
Well, those are pretty thorough. Those are good games.
Those might have more story than these games.
Yeah, the Lego games are quality.
They like
that's the funny part. Yeah, the Lego games are arguably the best versions.
Well, yeah, but don't they do the story in like full pantomime with no dialogue?
No, sometimes
I'm
there's
not sure
dialogue.
that's the case, because I mean, in like the other Lego games, like the Avengers and shit, there's full dialogue.
Yeah,
So-
originally they did that, like with Indiana Jones and stuff, but then eventually they got more towards putting movie voices in the game, which is kind of annoying. I prefer the.
Can you
pantomime
imagine
stuff.
Harrison Ford's voice actually coming out of a Lego figurine?
No, God, that'd be great.
Oh man, yeah.
Get
I'm too
off
high
my
to land this
plane.
goddamn plane. Yeah, I think I could put this plane down on that golf course. Wait a minute, what are we doing here? a Lego Harry Potter game? Oh hell, I'm too high for this shit.
This is a tangent, but one of the best things was Mark Hamill talking about like him being the only person who knew the twist in Empire Strikes Back. And like after the premiere, Harrison Ford came up to him and was like, "Hey kid, you didn't fucking tell me that."
That's funny. Yeah. Did they edit the movie after I was done shooting? They did, didn't they? God damn it. I hate it when they do that.
Well, he was frozen. He wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. You were frozen, Harry.
You were frozen, Harry, son.
Yeah. God, can you imagine if Harrison Ford played fucking Hagrid?
God, can you imagine if Harrison Ford played Harry Potter?
Oh,
Can you imagine,
Can you imagine
Harrison Ford
Carrie
played
Fisher playing?
anybody in that series?
the boy who lived.
I just love the idea of like 13-year-old Rupert Grip, 13-year-old Emma Watson, and then like 47-year-old Harrison Ford.
47's generous, dude. He was in his 30s in Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate Chambers.
70-year-old Harrison Ford.
When
Here's
that
the
giant snake shows up, he's gonna be fucked.
Why Patronus? Why did it have to be Patronus?
I love how your
Dementors. Why did it have to be
your Harrison
Dementors?
Ford voice and your Hagrid voice are exactly the same.
It makes it really convenient for this bit.
Get off my flying double-decker bus.
Right. I don't know why I have so many growling sounds as Harrison Ford, but I have that too.
I don't know why anybody doesn't say his name. It's Voldemort. What's the problem? He's alive, I tell you. I saw him. He killed the guy from Twilight.
Harrison
Voldemort
Ford
pulls out the wand, spins it around, does a bunch of spells, and then Harry Potter just pulls out a gun and shoots him.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, God. Yep, it'd be good, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. He shoots his Patronus out as the Millennium Falcon.
Yes. No, it's Chewbacca.
Expecto Patronus.
See, this is all better than the actual game, John. Oh, man, you chose a really fucked up game for this theme. Good shit. Well done. Yeah, game over yourself.
What?
No, I'm kidding. You doesn't have to, man. Great pick, Johnny.
Game 3.
All right. This is our request for the evening. All right. This game was not a commercial success, but received critical acclaim and soon became a cult classic. A lot of video game journalists say that this is the best role-playing game of 1999, and a lot of people consider it one of the greatest video games of all time. This is a fun time. All right, and again, this is our fan request. Tasty requested this in the Discord, and you can as well if you join the Discord.
Tasty.
If I PM you in the Discord asking you to play a game, don't do it.
Yeah, by the way, if Johnny contacts you in the Discord in any way, ignore it.
And David and John say System Shock 2. That is incorrect. And Johnny with the correct answer, Planescape. Torment.
David, did you also Google Best RPGs 1999 and go with the third result?
No, I did not at all. I Googled best role-playing game 1999 and went with the second result.
Oh, yeah, shit. My Google search said Chrono Cross. But,
mine came up
fair
with
enough, fair enough.
Planescape, System Shock, Final Fantasy VIII, and then Chrono Cross. So
It was on there.
Why are they giving us different, Google results? Seriously. Planescape, Chrono Cross, System Shock, Pokemon Gold and Silver, Final Fantasy VIII, Valkyrie Profile. How is that? Why are you getting different results than me?
I don't know. Pokemon isn't even on my list.
That's what Google does. It knows kind of what you want, and or at least thinks it knows what you want.
Well, this Google probably thinks I
the
want
Midwest
nothing but
fucking hates Pokemon.
stepmom videos. So I don't know what this search result says about me. Yeah. We showed you Pokemon Gold and Silver because you've searched a lot of stepmom porn. So, all
What
adds
are you
up.
doing, stepbrother? Play System Shock 2.
Are you
Which
winning?
Pokemon are you going to select, stepbrother?
Can you help me?
I can't decide what Pokemon to choose.
Oh no, I got my head stuck in between these two Pokemon.
Oh,
Oh no,
Step Professor, help me.
Damn it.
Step Professor.
So Planescape.
So is this about planes or what?
Yeah.
No,
Escaping.
this is
Also-
a classic
Please,
PC RPG, a computer RPG, if you will. One of those fancy top-down isometric, Baldur's Gate looking thing or a Fallout looking thing. It's actually made by Black Isle Studio, the people who make all those games. I never actually played it, but it was always on my list because I had played Fallout and Fallout 2, and they're very similar. I know it's very you can avoid battle completely in this game. You can just it has tons of your favorite thing, dialogue trees, and so there's just a lot of weird character building, and there's like a floating skull that hangs out with you. It looks pretty cool.
Is the floating skull like some kind of ominous enemy, like time countdown thing, or is it just like your bro?
I think he's more like your bro. Like you wake up in a mortuary and you're like, why am I here? And this floating skull shows up and he's like, hey, I can help you escape. And that's basically the gist of what I've learned about this game in the past 2 hours.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was one of those like bubble bobble things where there was just like a demon skeleton that appears and kills you because the time's running out, or if it's just like, one of those RPG things where it's like, I'm here with my party of friends. They just happen to be a floating skull and a talking cat and some woman in next to no clothing.
No.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other stuff about it.
So, Jesse, what's the deal with this guy on the cover of this game? Who is this handsome devil?
He might be the nameless one, which is
He is
who
the
you
nameless
are.
one.
Okay, that's your
Yeah.
character.
Pretty angry looking dude. Might be some sort of zombie. It looks like he's got unfortunate dreadlocks.
Yeah, he's cursed with immortality for 1,000 years.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too bad.
Every time he dies, someone in the multiverse dies to fuel his resurrection.
Oh, well, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. So
Shit.
basically for him to come back to life. And he has no recollection of his past life. So I guess when he dies, he just wakes up with a different personality than he had before. It's supposed to be like, really good as far as it puts a lot of RPG tropes on their side and does different things with character development than you would expect. I mean, people in 1999 sure were impressed with it, and I've seen, I hear it come up every now and then. I think it got an enhanced version recently, maybe on Switch and stuff. You might want to look into that. I feel like, I haven't played Disco Elysium yet, but I feel like it's a similar type of game.
Is it?
Yes, which is very...
Okay, well, yeah, I guess it is, sorry, I was mistaking this for an MMO game. No, but it's definitely a single-player game. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Shit.
No, this is not an MMO at all. No, this is
cool.
Single-player ass game.
Well, with a name like Planescape, somehow that to me implies vastness, which makes me think, MMO. That's
typically when you fly a plane, it's over a vast distance, right? So like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, but talking about just like a geometric plane and I don't know, landscape. You combine those words. I assume that this takes place in a large world is the implication of the fucking title. But I don't know. It's a silly name. Seems maybe like a working just title. Seems like they were supposed to change that to something cooler.
It could be multiple planes of existence.
Yes, yeah, that's
oh yeah. You got to escape those planes.
Yeah, multiverse.
Escapes off of a plane.
Oh man,
Planescape, No Way Home.
Sick and tired of these motherfucking scapes on my motherfucking plane.
What?
Well, see ya.
Game 4.
Great. Just what we needed. Scapes on crack.
Whoops, my bad.
See a blonde-haired boy, he be playing in the fields, and his daddy lifts him up on his steering wheel. He says, one day, son, this'll all be yours, and the banks of the rivers are lined in gold. and the sweet rose of pines lost in your winter night. Run, baby, far from home. The banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold. Now you best believe he is grateful indeed for all the work that his mother be doing with the pick and her seeds. She's lifting the hay fields and she's turning the soil where the banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold. Near the sweet rose of pines lost in your winter night. Run, baby, far from home, where the banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold. It's a place to hide in the back of your mind. It's a soft just like a hummingbird when she touches the sky. And you've got nowhere, and you don't know just why. You're a child of the river coming home tonight. Sweet rose of pines lost in your winter night. Where you run, baby, far from home, where the banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold. And you run, baby, far from home, where the banks of the rivers are lined in gold. Where the banks of the rivers are lined in gold.
All right. Everything all right, John?
Oh yeah, my son just woke up, came like sleep sprinting down the hallway and ran straight into a doorway.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, like he's got his long hair, he has little hair in his face. He looks like the bastard Pack, and he's half asleep, and he's holding a little cup of milk, and then he just hits the ground. I'm like, well, gotta go. Didn't see that coming. Like, I heard the footsteps. I'm like, fuck, he woke up, and then he just banged into the fucking door. It's like, cool. Go back to bed. Yeah.
All right. So this game features voice work from Michael Johnson, Caroline Kinley, Lena Headey, Jason Schwartzman, Mark Strong, and Carl Weathers. All right. Oh man. All right, let's see what you guys wrote down or drew.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Johnny says aliens. He's very, very close. And John and David with the correct answers. The Artful Escape.
Oh, damn it. Hold on.
Oh, damn it. It's not aliens?
Yeah, I've been waiting for it to be aliens all night.
So this is The Artful Escape. It came out this year, and I had heard some buzz around it based on some people saw that it was on Game Pass and was like, hey, let's check this out. And so I did it because it was on Game Pass, and it's fucking rules. This game is so cool. It's an Annapurna joint, which will mean something to a lot of people out there.
Yes.
They do a lot of they publish a lot of really story heavy games, and this is one of those. It's about you're this the nephew of this like folk rock legend, and basically he's Bob Dylan, but not Bob Dylan. Like when they show like his picture, you're like, oh, this guy looks like Bob Dylan. Like the song you heard, the song 2 was kind of Dylan-y. And you're like, oh, I play guitar too, and there's going to be this big concert for the 20th anniversary of his death and everything, and I got to play this music, and it's not really what I'm passionate about. Like I love music. What I want to do is make really cool like noodling guitar space rock. Like I want to do that. Whatever Yngwie Malmsteen is doing on his album covers, I want to be doing that in space. And I'm worried. Yeah. And so like, he's talking to his friend about all this, and he's real worried about the concert. And then that night, aliens show up and bring him to space, and he meets Carl Weathers, who is basically like space Jimi Hendrix. And he's like, "Whoa, you're opening up for me tonight." And you're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I hope you know how to jam." And so you have
We
to
know
go
how to
and-
get Stu going.
yeah.
Spacey lady.
Still some good meat on that bone.
And it reminds me a lot of if you could like merge Hitchhiker's Guide and Bill and Ted. Because it's like the alien stuff and the sci-fi stuff is really fucking weird and out there, and then there's like music references and that kind of silliness too.
I like that.
Dude, thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.
Oh, Keanu Reeves is back on the show.
Oh, great. And so, I didn't even think about that with the Bill and Ted. But yeah, so like the thing about this game is it's kind of they say it's a platformer, but like you run to like the left a lot or to the right a lot, and occasionally you might jump over something like a hole or whatever, and you're basically just trying to get from point A to point B. There are really no enemies or anything. You get to the end of the stage, and then like you have a little it's kind of like Simon, like a creature will press light up in different ways, and then you like press the buttons that correspond to those lights, and it's kind of a rhythmy game in a way like that, but you only do that like 9 or 10 times throughout the game, so it's not that often you do it. But the thing that's so cool is when you are running from left to right, if you hold down X, you just wail on your guitar the whole time. And when you do that, like you're playing this real noodly space guitar, and like stuff in the background like starts like coming to life and stuff. Like it looks like it's a very, very pretty game. It's like a feast for the eyes and a party for the ears, and the gameplay is just kind of okay. Like you're not playing this game for the gameplay, although the Simon parts are kind of fun because you do have a little bit of in between creativeness, so you can really like belt out like what they're doing and then add your own flair to it with like the joystick. and it really makes it sound cooler. Like it's just it's a really cool game.
Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots of it now. It looks fucking phenomenal. Like the look of it is amazing. But yeah, if you're saying all you do is kind of run to the side to advance the songs and game, then yeah, it's definitely fits this theme. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, does it need to be a platformer? No.
Yeah,
But they couldn't figure out any other way to make it a game instead of just fucking like a slightly interactive music video.
but like you can like run and jump, and like if you're going down a hill, you'll land like on your knees and do that like power slide with the guitar
Yeah.
playing. Like it looks so like it's fun to play, even if playing it isn't.
Right.
that
It's
deep.
fun to see what playing it does, even
Yeah.
though playing it does not involve anything resembling skill or like
No.
anything. But yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of like Grease that I brought on the show a
Yeah,
couple,
yeah.
I guess, years ago, where it's like, really fucking artsy and, playing it. It's not terribly in depth. I mean, Grease had a couple of fucking collectibles and like, maybe a little puzzle to solve, but for the most part, you're really just kind of moving through until, the next awesome looking thing happens on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and yeah, I kind of dig the vibe of it, man. Fucking real space opera, real neon.
It's really cool,
Yeah.
and it's silly
Looks
too.
fucking cool.
Oh, it's the alien designs are weird and neat. Like it's just I haven't finished it yet. I'm pretty close. I need to just bang it out because it's not a very long game either.
Sure,
like-
how could it be?
But it's
As long as a Weezer album, I'm guessing.
Yeah. it's
38
very
minutes.
delightful. Yeah.
No, it looks fucking cool, man. Like, that's the kind of shit that's right up my alley. Like, tell me, because it's an Annapurna game, so like, they also made like fucking they published things, but like they published like Donut County.
Yeah.
Donut County was delightful.
Yeah.
I beat that shit in 2 hours. Like, that sounds great. They fucking published Watum. Okay, cool.
Yep.
That game was easy breezy, baby. Like, I'm into it. They published Gone Home. Not a fan of that one. But I like the direction they've gone in with this one. This is fucking rad looking, man. I gotta check this out. It's only on Game Pass though, isn't it?
It might be in some other places. I haven't. You'd have to look. But that is another cool thing about Game Pass is you'll see something and be like, I have no idea what this is, but I don't have to buy it to play it, so I'm gonna give it a try. And if it sucks, just whatever. And if I like it,
Right.
then diamond in the rough,
Yeah. See, that is an advantage of Game Pass over like the fucking Switch eShop. Like, now that I know about this, if you tell me this is out there and I can spend $8 on it, like, yeah, count me in. But I'm not going to spend 20 on it.
It's
So I'd rather try
15
it.
on Steam right now.
That's great. Too much. Funny how little I value these things that we all love. But no, yeah, I mean, actually, for a game like this, with the fucking awesome music and the great look, 15 might be pretty reasonable. That's the thing. I need to know that before I go into it and buy it. Like, because a lot of things can have a nice looking, some nice looking gameplay and, some they can market themselves well. But if Jesse gives this his seal of approval, that might bump it up to the $15 tier. So
Yeah, it's one of my games of the year for sure because it's
okay.
just when I
Because it's a
did
game
play
that
it-
came out this year.
Well, that it is one of the few games that I've played this year, but it's definitely one of my favorites of the ones I've played from this year, and it's just it got me everywhere I needed to go.
Yeah, I like it, man. Seems like a game designed to have an impact, and it fucking looks awesome. And yeah, man, I would love to spend some time in this one, even in a short couple hours. That's why I love these little bite-sized artsy games.
Me
You know,
too, yeah.
That's some good shit, man.
Good
Cool
shit.
pick. Any info on like a composer or anything like that? Music
I
was
think
fucking
it's-
very cool.
He's got kind of a cool name.
Oh, I see it here. It's Johnny Galvatron. That is a
Yeah.
badass name.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he stole a Transformers name. That's dope.
I want to go. Can,
Yeah,
can
why
guys,
are you John Regan? What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
can you guys just call me Johnny Galvatron from now on? Because that's
Well, no,
amazing.
because that's already someone else, Johnny. You need to pick a different Transformer, which I challenge you to do right now. Pick your last name. Pick a different Transformer to be your last name right now.
All right, Johnny Optimus Prime,
Yeah, you
No,
know he's going
pick
to
a
pick
different one.
the main one.
Johnny Bumblebee.
Mm-mm. See, that's more in line with the Johnny I know, but is that really the name you want to stick with?
Johnny Soundwave.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty GTT appropriate.
Johnny
Okay, you know what?
Starscream.
Ooh,
Johnny Soundwave or Johnny Starscream would be my picks.
Johnny Wheeljack.
Johnny Grimlock.
I like
um,
Johnny Starscream a hell of a lot.
Yeah, because it could be Johnny Stars Cream.
Exactly.
Yeah, cream.
Creaming in those stars.
Like
That's
cum.
my GTT name and my porn name.
And your GTT
Gross.
porn name.
I think someone needs to change their Twitter.
Yeah, there it is. I'm changing my Twitter. I'm now Johnny Stars Cream.
Jay Gangsta Starscream.
God, can you imagine like if you come and it comes in star shapes?
Like Lucky Charms?
Yeah,
Because that happens to me. I don't know if I should see a doctor.
absolutely. You should see a doctor.
You should either consult a doctor or a wizard.
Come
Yeah.
marshmallows.
Heart stars and horseshoes, clovers, blue moons.
Pots of
Yeah,
gold.
all that. Yeah, and rainbows and the red
Rainbows.
balloon.
Oh.
That's all my cum shapes.
Every couple of months you introduce a new one that
A limited release new cum shape.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And there's a different toy under my
Didn't
balls.
release code.
God, Whitney's so lucky.
Right?
Fuck, man. Why haven't we moved on?
Game 5.
At least we didn't say my cum was magically delicious.
You just did.
Game 5.
No!
So, this game's story involves the main character climbing a mountain in order to get better cell phone reception. And so, who has those answers written down?
I do.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I hit the button and erased it.
Oh no.
So Jesse has what appears to be Louis Armstrong on the moon. Johnny says a short hike, and John also says a short hike. They are both correct. This is a short hike. So this is a charming little indie game where you play as a little anthropomorphic bird, and you're trying to. You wake up on like an island that's a vacation home, and you can't use your cell phone, and you're trying to climb the mountain to get better cell phone reception.
Why doesn't the bird just fly up the mountain?
Because the
Fair
bird doesn't
question.
have that ability. They can glide for short distances, and then you can purchase special golden feathers that will let you double jump and jump more and glide further. And the reason that I picked this game, because my cell phone doesn't work, doesn't seem like the best story, but the interesting thing about this game is if you want, you can just make a beeline to the mountain and climb up it and beat the game in like an hour. But the point is really kind of to like explore the island and the campgrounds and find all the characters and talk to them and like see what's going on with their lives and like what's happening. Like, it's not really a game you're supposed to beat right away. Like the whole crux of the game is to kind of get to know the world and the characters and the backstory and like learn all about these people. Like that's really what makes this game so damn charming.
Right.
Like if you go in like, I'm gonna play this game and I'm gonna win, it's over super fast.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. So I got to climb to the top of the mountain, get my cell phone reception back, call your mom. Game over. Cool. Done.
Game over!
But like more accomplishment. And then, yeah, like, okay, cool. Wait, was there something else I was supposed to do? Oh yeah. You're supposed to take your time, walk around, explore, fly, do your thing, interact with people, play some little mini games, that kind of thing.
It kind of reminds me in a vague sort of way of like Breath of the Wild. Like, sure, you can run to Hyrule Castle and fight Ganon right now, but that's not really what you're supposed to do. Like, why don't you check out what else is going on? And
Right.
like a lot of the writing is really, really witty and high quality. Like there's a character who's like running at a campground, and you talk to them and it's like, yeah, I'm fine, everything is great, I'm not scared of anything. Actually, I'm a horrible liar, I'm kind of terrified of the dark. Like,
Oh,
so like you get to know these characters and like what's going on in their lives, and like you help this guy who's digging sandcastles with a giant shovel by finding like a small toy shovel, and then he can start building castles more easily with the smaller plastic shovel and everything, and that brightens up his life. So he gives you the big shovel to dig around the island and find hidden stuff. Like, it's really a game all about interacting with these people and like learning about their lives and whatnot.
see, and I'm obviously not going to actually try and tear this pick down because I've heard of this game, I know of this game, and it does sound delightful and just like one of those games that you want to kind of hang out and experience and take it easy. The point is not to complete the game. But I've also heard that playing this game feels pretty good. Like, you kind of like run around the mountain, you can climb and swim, and you can glide from tops of mountains and stuff. I heard that like the traversal in this game feels pretty good. I'm not saying that, it's, the game necessarily trumps the story in this case, but I've heard that the gameplay is pretty fun.
I mean, it is a fun game and it's a fun world to explore, but
Right.
what makes it so fun is finding all of these people and like learning about what's going on in this world.
Yeah. I like it, man.
And
It's a cool pick.
it's so damn charming. Like the only thing that I've really heard people complain about is that it's kind of a short game. Like even if you take your time and explore everything, it's like 4 or 5 hours long.
Now, see,
even
here's the thing. You can't complain about that. It's in the title of the game.
True.
It is
And-
called A Short Hike. If you could then complain about the game being too short, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
Well, what got me was like people are like, yeah, it's only like 4 or 5 hours. That's pretty short. It's like true, but it's $8.
yeah,
I've spent more money on that for a movie that's less than half that length.
mhm.
Yeah,
It kind of evens out.
I could see you complaining if you bought a game titled Hike the Entire Appalachian Trail and you beat it in like
Right.
4 or 5 hours. Like, yeah, that would be a disappointment.
Just like I could see if you paid, I don't know, $8 to $10 to $12 to go see a movie called The Never-Ending Story, and then it abruptly ended after an hour and 40 minutes or so. And then the guy at the desk, he's like, "No, you can't have your money back. What are you talking about? You watched the entire movie." And you tell them it was a false and flagrant advertising. Like, if you complain about a short hike being a short game, no, you're an idiot. But some complaints are valid, like my complaint against the Never-Ending Story. I should still be watching.
But no, it's a very sweet game. It's a very charming game. This game kind of has done something that I have long championed for. Because I believe I've mentioned it before on Game That Tune that I'm tired of indie games using 8 and 16-bit graphics, and I'm waiting for them to get to like low-res PlayStation graphics. And you know, this game, it almost looks like a DS 3D game.
Okay,
Like,
good.
it's a
I'm
little
glad-
pixely 3D model.
That's
I'm
cool.
glad that you said that because I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh my God, David, is this like a modern DS game? Because like
Pretty much.
it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's got that like. No, it's not really 3D. It's more like layered. You know, it looks a little low-fi, low res, whatever you want to call it. It looks cool, but
This whole time, I thought I was having some kind of internet connection, and it just hadn't finished loading the images yet.
exactly.
The best way that I can describe it, and I truly, sincerely mean this as a compliment, it looks like shitty cell shading.
Yeah, like DS level cell shading. Looks like Phantom Hourglass.
It
Yeah,
does.
but it came out like 2 years ago. So it's like, wait, you did this on purpose, didn't you? Like, cool. What a look,
And it's
man.
just-
I dig it.
Yeah, it's just like it's a really charming game. All the
Perfect.
all the
He did it.
characters are like super sweet. Like I said, the writing is very witty. There's a part where you run into like one of the other bird characters. All the characters are like anthropomorphic animals, and they're like, hey, did you know that if you hold the A button while you're running, you'll hold your wings out and glide a little bit? It's like, yeah, of course I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I
cool.
know that you knew it, but I just wanted to remind you. Like,
Right.
why would you remind me of that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good to see you, though. All right, man. Peace out. Enjoy your hike. I can't go up that mountain though. It's too tall for me, pal. All right, you do you. You know, take care, Twitter. Do you run into OJ Simpson?
You know, I have not completed scaling the mountain. Like, I'm still exploring and collecting seashells to give to this guy. So maybe you
That's
get
the-
cell reception from the juice. I'm not sure.
You get so reception. You call OJ Simpson.
That's the end of the game. He comes in his white Bronco and picks you up.
All right, take care, Twitter.
That bird's name, Johnny Cochran.
God, yeah, this is Johnny Cochran's afterlife programmed into a game. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm into it, then you must have quit.
I was going to say, I did just find a glove and it did not fit. So
A short hike, and the DLC, an ill-fitting glove.
People die every day. Huh.
Jeez. God, I can't wait for the American Crime Story on a short hike. It's gonna be great.
I mean, you go on a short hike, you discover a body, and
bodies.
then that's where the game really takes off.
And so, yeah, see, that's the thing, David. That's actually the real question. So nothing nefarious is going on. You really do just climb this mountain and meet these cute creatures and talk to them, right?
I mean, as far as I know, like I said,
Yeah.
I haven't finished the game, so
Right. Because like that game, like fucking Oxenfree, like I played that. And I knew something spooky. There's gonna be a weird dimensional spooky twist, but it's still just like, all right, yeah, walk around this island until some weird spooky dimensional shit happens. It's like, all right, cool. And then all those poor teenagers, some shit goes down. So like, I don't want to see this little bird person get sucked into a vortex or something. Like, I just want to go up there and talk on the phone at the end of the game or something. I want to make sure this little bird person's okay.
so far everything that I have dug up on the island is just little bits of coins. I have not
Okay.
found any skulls, but I'll let you know if I do.
Have you found any evidence that like the bird is navigating an alternate reality or anything? Like, did the bird find its own like ID or something while it was climbing up the mountain?
No.
Okay, good, very good.
And again, I've yet to find OJ Simpson.
I have
so-
a question. Is the bird currently writing a book about what would happen if he did do it? Not that he did do it, but he wants to write a book based on how he would have done it if he did.
And then you get to the top of the mountain and the bird starts a prank show.
Does he ever break into someone's house to steal sports memorabilia?
Is that the point of the short hike? You take a short hike to get your stuff back?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Jesse, I'm not sure. Maybe when you get to the top of the mountain and you use your cell phone, you're calling your literary agent.
Yeah.
I'll have to get back to you.
Are you
after
in
I
the
complete.
Naked Gun movies?
The Naked Gun movies would be so much better if there was just a cartoon bird.
It would be pretty good if short hike started in Hollywood and then you killed somebody and then you immediately hike out of Hollywood and are blacklisted. I'm sorry for getting us on the O.J. Simpson thing. That was my own fucked up brain doing
That was
that.
weird, but
Yeah.
that's the show.
Yeah. People being polite to the bird in the game made my brain think of O.J. Simpson signing off his Twitter videos like, all right, take care, y'all. And then we went into a tangent. I'm sorry, guys.
This is just a super sweet, charming game where you learn about the problems and foibles of all these cute little animal creatures. Cool. OJ murdered people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That took a turn.
Yeah, we're honoring Norm Macdonald with this segment, quite frankly. We haven't really discussed the death of Norm Macdonald yet, on
that
the show
true?
this year. So it's time to really hammer OJ on Game That Tune. And
Is it
next
true
is
that
Bob
this
Dole.
segment is to... Hang on, Jesse. Is it true that this segment is to honor Norm Macdonald, or is it true that Norm Macdonald is dead?
Oh, that was a hoax.
Because yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald's totally alive.
Is that
I have
true?
nothing to back that up.
Do we have a Norm Macdonald correspondent?
Norm Macdonald, I mean, that's a hoax. Norm Macdonald is still very much alive.
Is he hanging
Unlike
out?
O.J. Simpson's former wife.
Right.
So is Norm Macdonald hanging out with JFK Jr.?
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, I want to know why Jesse is, for some reason, doing a Joe Rogan impression.
Yeah.
That's not It's not an impression. That's actually Joe Rogan.
Right. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Jesse. I didn't notice that you left and gave your mic to podcasting legend Joe
Yeah,
Rogan.
I just broke in using my UFC skills and horse medicine.
No, it's not horse medicine, Jesse. It's a medicine for people if
You guys-
prescribed by a doctor. You might have to sue CNN on that one.
You guys remember News Radio? I was on that. And with
Listen, I'm going to be straight up with you guys.
about Fear Factor, boys. That was
I
me.
don't remember News
I've
Radio
never
at
seen
all.
a single episode of News Radio.
Oh, it was good.
And Johnny, see, News Radio is like laser targeted at you. You should have seen every episode of News Radio by now.
It's got a Kid in the Hall. It's got a Saturday Night Live guy. It's got
Andy Dick.
I distinctly
Oh.
remember watching News Radio, and I can literally tell you nothing about it. I know I've watched this, but it's just kind of the only thing in my memory is cast pictures. Oh
that
yeah,
one
they
dude's
were
in
on
it.
News Radio. They were on News Radio.
the guy from
All right,
Office Space, and he does a bunch of voices and stuff.
Stephen Root, he was
Yeah.
the studio manager.
Yeah, he's
Stephen Root.
Calculating
Could not-
computer
Oh, I was going to
activated.
give it Stephen Root trivia.
Computers. Beeps. Boops.
Damn it, John.
Scoring complete. This game's winner is David
Stephen
Fleming.
That's Stephen Root's music.
They took my stapler, and because they took my stapler, I'm gonna burn the building and win Game That Tune.
No, seriously, the Stephen Root trivia I was going to give is News Radio prevented him from being credited on the first 3 seasons of King of the Hill because he was playing Bill Dauterive, but he couldn't appear in the credits. So he did the first 3 seasons unpaid and uncredited. That was going to be my Stephen Root trivia. And I was also going to say that Joe Rogan should have died instead of Phil Hartman. There I said.
yes.
Yeah.
Straight up. So congrats, David. You did it. You're the survivor at the end of this episode, much like Joe Rogan from News Radio.
I think
You-
John
you
Love
made
is
it to the
still
end.
alive.
I feel like more of the cast of News Radio survived, but I'll take
No,
it.
I think they're all dying untimely deaths except Joe Rogan because he took the medicine. Yeah, he's got the audience. He's got the platform. He doesn't have a responsibility to filter himself. He's gonna live forever, David. Joe Biden wishes he had Joe Rogan's platform.
I think I want to get away from this as quickly as
I
possible.
mean, honestly, a lot of people do.
You probably want to get away from it by picking a theme for the next episode.
Yes, I do want to pick a theme for the next episode, and this is a theme that I thought about, and I think would be interesting just because it is so open to interpretation. Blue games. The color blue. Either the main character is blue, the setting is blue, maybe a game that makes you sad, just a game that prominently features blue.
Please tell me, I don't want to spoil the ending of the show, but please tell me this is all just an elaborate way to get us to close with Blue by Eiffel 65 or the other song by Eiffel 65, which they just name PlayStation games over a Euro trance beat.
Oh, that one's so fun.
My Console.
Yeah.
Or
Blue Man
no,
Group.
I've been wanting to use the same bonus music for like 3 weeks, so the theme kind of popped into my head. It doesn't connect to my bonus music. My bonus music is just awesome.
That's cool. Johnny, as we do the outro, begin looking up My Console by Eiffel 65 to use it as extra bonus music. Wow, David, what a theme you chose. Blue games. Games featuring the color blue. That is,
What if
I mean, it's
What if
going to be
you-
tough to find games that don't fit that theme.
what if you
Like I said,
played
it's open to interpretation, which means that I can immediately discredit anyone and give them a game over.
What if you play it while you blew someone?
Very important question.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, any game that you play while blowing, I was gonna say I can't get the tense right, but yeah, if you are the one playing the game while blowing someone, that's really impressive.
I mean, that's got to be a handheld because you've got to have it like
Virtual Boy, baby.
anyhow.
Hey, you gotta prop it up on the pubis mons there and just keep it. Oh man, wowee. So yeah, okay. So next week, David blew himself, and we're gonna play some blue games. That's a great pick, David. I like it. And man, what a show it's been tonight, guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Thanks to everybody watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. We're in your podcast devices on Tuesday mornings. Hit us up, GameThatTune.com, or anywhere you get your podcast. We just did our Spotify Wrapped for the year. Apparently, a couple of people listen on Spotify, you fucking crazy people. But thank you, everybody. Check us out anywhere you get your podcast. Game That Tune will be there, and we appreciate you listening no matter where you listen. Thanks to everybody checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune. It's the home for our awesome exclusives. We've got covered up mixtapes, GTT gems. We've got movie nights, and you help us keep the lights on at the 24/7 video game music live stream. We got a lot of great things going on thanks to patreon.com/GameThatTune and our awesome supporters there. Special thanks to the Absurd fans over there at Patreon: Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Mork, Tasty, Grimmery, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsaddled Zebra, and Akadar, a fantastic group of supporters that we've got at patreon.com/GameThatTune. If you're listening and you like the way I say their names, give us money. I'll say your name even better. Thank you to our requester tonight. Jesse, who is our requester?
It was Tasty in the Discord.
Tasty in the Discord. Patreon superfan Tasty making fantastic requests that we then do not discuss the proper to a proper extent. But thank you again, Tasty, for that fantastic request. You can make your request in our Discord server, or you can hit us up, gamethattune@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter at gamethattune, or you can find us individually on Twitter. I'm there at jgangsta187. You can find John Regan on Twitter at
Eiffel 65.
was gonna say, Johnny, did you get fished out of your regular Twitter handle? Is that what happened?
I did. So then I fished Eiffel 65 out of there.
You got to pass the fish on. You got Eiffel 65's handle now. Okay, cool. Follow Johnny at Eiffel 65 Dabadi, and you can find Jesse Moore on Twitter at
Sega_legend,
and you can find this week's winner David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
Hell yeah, David. So you're feeling a little blue, which means you've got bonus tunes, and I want to know what they are.
So this song is a mashup that I found on YouTube by someone called Phyzal, Phyzal. Definitely check them out. This is called Studio Pulse, and it is a mashup of Studiopolis from Sonic Mania and Color Pulse from Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2 has colors. Blue is a color. Your theme fits your bonus tunes. We love it. Peace out, everybody. Mass Effect is copyright 2007 Electronic Arts Incorporated. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is copyright 2009 Electronic Arts Incorporated. Planescape Torment is copyright 1999 Black Isle Studios and Interplay Entertainment. The Artful Escape is copyright 2021 Beethoven and Dinosaur and Annapurna Interactive. A Short Hike is copyright 2019 Adam Robinson U. My console! Are we rating Ron Funches or the G4 chick Jesse just suggested?
Did you say we're gonna rate the G4 chick that Jesse jizzed? Because that's definitely what I just heard.
I stumbled. So Jesse, G4 chick or Ron Funches?
Either one.
G4 chick's got 130 viewers. Let's do that. Cool.
All right, Raiden. Woo, with
Liu
8
Kang.
Raiders. 9 Raiders, here we go.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what she says.
Johnny, I have the dashboard up. What are you doing?
Huh?
Let's see. Are you doing a raid somehow?
No, I'm just announcing what my screen's saying as we do it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're confusing me. It seems like you were raiding her somehow. Like, hold on.